Yes, hello, my name is Stewart Andrews and I'm a low vision consultant for Quantum Reading Learning Vision, and today we're going to go over how to effectively demonstrate a portable electronic magnifier with a client. So the first thing that we really want to do when we demonstrate one of these devices to a client is make sure that the environment we're working in has has everything in the advantage of the client. So we want a nice, flat, stable surface to work on. This is actually perfect what I'm doing here. I'm sitting up at a table, got a nice flat area in front of me. We do realise that clients like to sit in recliner chairs and be very comfortable. So we certainly want the client to be comfortable, but we want them to sit with a nice flat surface in front of them. So if they are sitting in a recliner chair or they can't come and sit at a table, then we need to either get a stable table, something that you can put, say, on the person's lap, or if there's nothing like that around, you could possibly get like a large book. But we really do want a stable surface where they can try the device properly. So the other thing we want to do is we want to think about what sort of reading material that we're going to use with the client. I actually prefer something that's quite flat. So here I've just got a newspaper article. It's very simple. It's just got some basic sentences on it. We don't really want things that are highly complicated. You can use a book, but the preferred initial reading material would be something that's very flat, so that the electronic magnifier will actually handle a flat surface better. And for an initial demonstration, we really do want to keep things as simple as possible. So as well as sitting at a flat surface, the other thing that we really want to do is we need to sit next to the client. So we need to be in a position where we can actually see what's going on. We can see what's being displayed on the electronic magnifier, and we'll also need to more than likely help the client initially locate the different buttons and controls on the electronic magnifier. So once we're sitting down and we're comfortable, the first thing we would normally do is we would actually pass the device to the client prior to turning it on. So here I've got a Clover 6 electronic portable magnifier. I'll just put that over there for a minute. And we've also got the Clover 10. Now I would normally start with a larger device. So once again, we want to have everything in favour of this being a successful demonstration for the client. So prior to turning the device on, get the client to touch the device, to feel the device, show the client, if there is a stand on the electronic magnifier you're using, show them how to open the stand. Show them where the on and off button is without turning it on. Then just go over the very basic buttons. So we really want to keep the demonstration as simple as possible. So for an initial demonstration, we're just going to really go over how to turn the device on and off, how to change the level of magnification, how to alter the contrast, and how to go back to natural color. And that's really all that we're going to be showing the client for an initial demonstration. And yes, look, we do understand that there's a lot of other features that electronic magnifiers have, like they have line features. You can freeze the image, you can save files, you can do all these other things. But we really, for an initial demonstration, we just want to keep it very simple. So for the first one, let's just go over the basics. So the first thing is we're going to get our page nice and flat, as I said before, put that in front of the client. Sit the device on top of your reading material. Get the client to turn the device on. So we really don't want to do everything for the client. We want the client to actually build up confidence, and we want them to touch the device, feel the device, and move it around. Explain, once the device is on, that this is just like a big magnifying glass. There's actually a camera at the very top of the device, and you can, if you've got it on natural color, you can actually put your finger down from the top of the device and show the client that that's your finger. You're actually moving that around. And just show the device, help them move it, and just show them that as we move that, the image is changing. Then get the client to press the plus magnification button and just alter the magnification level to a size where they can see. I would normally just start off on natural color and then change the contrast color, or ask the client to push the button to change the contrast color, and see whether black and white or white and black is more helpful for the client, or possibly any of the other contrast colors. Probably 95% of people would prefer a black text on a white background. Sometimes that's too bright for a client and they would prefer what I've got on the screen at the moment, the white text on the black background. So once again, get the client, see if they can read a sentence. So we really do want some text that has some sentences in there, more than just numbers or other sort of more complicated documents. So see if they can read this, read along a sentence, listen to them, see how they go. You might actually have to help them move the device along for the initial demonstration and just see how they're going. Now, if we keep increasing the magnification and you've noticed that, you know, we've really pushed it up pretty high and we're lucky to get a word or two on the screen at a time, then, you know, that's a fairly good indication that the person may need a larger electronic magnifier, or even maybe an electronic magnifier with some text-to-speech features, or a text-to-speech device. So look, just take your time, work through it. Some electronic magnifiers, you know, like the Clover range, have the panning feature where you can actually push this joystick to move across the page. I would normally keep away from those features. It can get confusing for the person for an initial demonstration on what's going on. So once again, just explain that, yeah, look, this is just like a big magnifying glass. We're just going to move it along and around the page to look at what we need to see. After we've done that, get the client to hold down the on and off button. We're going to turn the device off. And once again, all we're trying to do is build up a little bit of confidence with the client. We want to start with quite a large electronic magnifier. We want to get the client to touch the device, to feel all the buttons, understand that they're tactile, and you can locate them. The machine's not going to blow up, or nothing's going to go wrong if you push the wrong button. So once again, we're just going through and we're just building up confidence with the client, keeping it as simple as possible, just sticking to those first initial basic features. Now, the other thing that we really do need to do with the client is just show them how you charge up this device. So, you know, I would normally have a charger or the charging cable ready. Normally turn off the device. Just get the client or show the client where you actually plug in the charger. Explain to them that it's got a rechargeable battery. You can just plug in the device here and just show them that then, you know, you just plug this into the wall. Once again, just to reassure that, you know, they're actually quite simple devices to operate. Once you just go through the basic features of the device, how to charge it, just like a mobile phone. So thank you for watching this presentation. Hopefully this was helpful in explaining how to effectively demonstrate a portable electronic magnifier. Remember, for any after-sales support or any other questions regarding these or other devices, please feel free to contact any of our officers.